Hey guys, my name is Shayla. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, we talk about motherhood. We keep it real. We keep it positive. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe. If you're not new here, welcome back. We just got back from a trip to Minnesota where I took all three children, 5.5, 3.5, and not quite 1.5, to Minnesota by myself. My husband was supposed to come, but his work schedule didn't work out that way, so he never came. I mean, we knew that before I left, but I did the flight by myself. I did bedtime by myself. I did the whole thing solo. And granted, I was visiting family, but like everybody was really busy. We were really busy. It was wild. In the last video, I talked about how I was preparing, but I didn't really know what was gonna happen. Now this video, we're talking about what happened. We're gonna talk about three things, the three categories of things that made it possible, okay? That made it run smoothly, honestly. Number one, we knew I was starting here, mindset. I have a mindset guide. If you like the way that I explain mindset stuff, check out my mindset guide. It will help you in your motherhood. It just helps you to reclaim your happiness. Oh, I also have shirts. I'm not wearing my shirt because I'm wearing this sweater that my sister gave me, but I'll show you the shirts. Choose joy, raise them kind. Go check them out. Number two is make it manageable. So I will tell you the things that I did to make it manageable. I feel like I have all the tips because I started this channel traveling full time. And so I feel like I'm like a little bit of an expert on traveling, but like it's a whole different ballgame with kids. But I feel like I have that baseline knowledge. So then I was like, okay, how can I make this easier with 3 children by myself? And then number 3 is just a bonus. I'm gonna make you listen to the end because it is the most important one. So let's get started. Mindset. I dropped a knowledge bomb on one of the last videos that said, what you believe is your identity. That means what you believe you embody. In the airport, I wanted to embody, she's got this. She has got this. She's got this. I am not a damsel in distress. Yeah, I will take your help. I'm receptive. I appreciate your help. I'm not like, but also I've got this. And that's what I did. And so I just had to keep calm. So I knew that if I was calm, my crew would be calm. And for the most part, they were. There was one time when the baby was losing it. I know, it's okay, it's okay. I'll nurse you in a minute, just a second. We just gotta pay for these things. So just confidence over overwhelm for you, for your children, and for your audience that you feel like is watching you. And the other thing with mindset is assume that your audience is rooting for you. Just assume that. If you assume that everyone on the airplane hates you and your kids, you're gonna be stressed. You're gonna be like, shh, don't. If you're like, we've got this. Like the person that sat in front of me when I walked on the airplane, she said, yes, I was hoping for kids or dogs. And I was like, you are an ally. We're good. There was another woman who came up to me 2 different times. She was like, I've got you. If you need anything with the kids, I've got you. Just let me know. And at one point, I can't remember what I was gonna ask her, but I was gonna be like, can you please? And I know that she would have like been ecstatic that I had asked her for something. Somebody else was like, you're doing a great job. Do you need a coffee? And I was like, excuse me, sir? No, I literally said, just your recognition is all I needed. We traveled during Thanksgiving, so there were so many other families. There were so many dogs, and so my kids would like go up and be like, can I pet your dog? Okay, number 2, make it manageable. First, I'm gonna tell you about my setup because I feel like making it manageable is not having 500 things that you need to carry because you're also carrying children potentially. I don't know why I keep doing this, but this is what I'm doing this video. I had a Bob double stroller. 2 kids can sit in there, and I had a carrier for the baby. The baby doesn't like sitting in the stroller all the time. He thinks it's cool at first, and then he wants to crawl all over the place. Carrier, buddy. You're locked and loaded. You're not going anywhere. Kids may or may not be in the stroller. I don't really care. Like I have a cup holder for my water, coffee, snacks, their carry-on. So giant suitcase with a bunch of packing cubes. So one kid got 1 packing cube, another kid got another packing cube. It was 52 pounds on the way. They didn't charge me for the extra 2 pounds. 54 on the way back. They charged me $25 over. Take my money. Then I had a backpack. So I'm carrying the baby on the front, backpack on the back. Each girl had their backpack. They had like their toys and their snacks. I carried the snacks mostly. This was a short flight, so I didn't have to worry about like really long things. I didn't even bring outfits for us, which was a little risky, but I decided to roll the dice. That was the setup. So as soon as we got there, I had to roll the bob and roll my suitcase, give it to checkout people, goodbye. Now I just have this and my children. And that was that. Car seats. I did not have car seats. My dad lent us his work truck. My friend had 3 extra car seats that she installed into my dad's truck, and then my mom picked us up from the airport. It was magic. If I didn't have that set up, like if I was going somewhere that wasn't home, there's no good way to do this. There's no good way to do this because you can either curb check your car seats. You risk them like getting banged around. You can gate check them, but I could have never carried 3 suitcases and the stroller and everything. Like, no. Otherwise you can rent. People are leery about renting. People are leery about checking. I think you just gotta do whatever you do. I will probably rent. I'll look up reviews, find a good place, rent the car seats when I get to the destination because traveling without car seats was everything. I know that that's probably not the recommended advice for car seats and traveling in airplanes and going places and stuff, but I think that's what I would do. Making it manageable also means don't make it hard on yourself. People are like, how do I do no screen time on the plane? I'm like, I don't do that. I don't do no screen time on the plane. Here's your tablet. They were so happy. They were so content. They were chill. But we made flight times around nap time. So on the way there, baby slept. Actually, on the way back, he slept too because it was a really early flight. So as soon as I woke up, I was like, good morning, baby. It's really early, but you're waking up so that you sleep on the plane. And that's kind of the gamble, is they might not want to. What I do is I take a muslin blanket. I think I'm saying that wrong. And I tuck it into the tray table thing. So it makes like a little tent. I literally will sometimes put it over my head and nurse my baby in this little tent that we have. Otherwise, I'll just throw it over my shoulder. And once he's sleeping, I sit him up, strap that carrier on. I slept on the way back. Him in the carrier is perfect because when I have to go to the bathroom, we're going together. When the girls have to go to the bathroom, he's going. And in the bathroom, I was kind of worried. Our 3.5-year-old is definitely potty trained, but I was like, what if we're going up or down, or like the seatbelt, there's a lot of turbulence and they have to pee. I'm like, let's just put you in a diaper. Someone called it their travel pants. And I feel like my kid would absolutely lose it if she had to pee in her diaper. Like, she would be crying. She was fine with it. Just made sure to go before we got on the airplane. And then I set a timer. I was like, set a timer for 3 hours. So I had the timer going for when we were gonna land to go to the bathroom and get that over with. Make it manageable is also, if you've got a runner, put them in a carrier. Get a backpack leash thing for them. I put AirTags on my girls attached to their shoelaces, just in case I lost them. Maybe you're worried about your kids crying on the plane. Kids mostly cry on the plane when they're tired or when their ears hurt. So to help the ear pain, there's a sucker child for that way up so that they're swallowing the whole time. I nurse my babies on takeoff and landing. Water kind of works, gum kind of works, but the suckers I feel like really work. Then the stroller, I would recommend bringing a stroller. I've always found it helpful because kids get tired on long days and they don't want to walk anymore. The stress of being in the airport, instead of like having to carry them, you'd be like, just sit in the stroller. You got this, just sit in the stroller. The stroller, if I didn't use it for anything other than like carrying my things, I would still bring it. The thing that I was most nervous about on the airplane with the 3 kids was the baby. The girl's toddler, no problem. I was like, he is not old enough to understand to sit in a seat. He's not like old enough to want to sit in a seat. He is just gonna wanna be everywhere all the time, crawling all over the place, which he was. I kind of let him like walk in the aisle a little bit, which some people might not like, but everybody's rooting for me, so. But I also brought cups, so we like stacked coffee cups, and he was doing that. I brought like this little light up game thing. Some people say to bring painter's tape, just to let them like stick it all over things, but like things that you can lose and not really worry about. Those coffee cups, we started throwing them, we were fine. The girls had other games that I brought for them. They literally didn't touch them because they just did their tablets, and I was like, that's fine. And this time I boarded first. I'm always a board last person. Always a board last person because you just board and you get on, no big deal. But they're like, kids can board first. And we were right there, and my daughter heard it. She's like, yeah, I want to board first. I was like, oh, I never wanted to board first because then you are on the plane for longer. It just wasn't bad because there was no stress. There was no like people behind you or in front of you and like chaos. And it was just like, if you're traveling with a partner, send them on first with like one kid to get everything situated. Stay running laps out in the airport with the other one, and then go on and just go right into your partner's arms. Okay, number 3. This is the most important one. You warp the time. One of my kids was like, I can't go any further. I'm so upset, la, 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 and just started like wailing. You need to make everything slow down for this tiny human. And sometimes it's really hard because you've got a crying baby, an older kid who's like, let's go, and like the middle kid's losing it, let's say. Nope, doesn't matter. You need to just zero in, like tunnel vision into that kid. Just like really empathize with them and try and help them through whatever they're going through. Don't worry about the adult. They're adults. They can handle themselves. They can handle their own emotions. They can handle their own attitudes. Your child is who needs you. Don't worry about them. As soon as you start rushing, as soon as you start panicking, that's when things get crazy. Your kids are crying now because you're all stressed out, and you're stressed out because we need to go, our flight is leaving, blah, 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 like whatever. Give yourself enough time. I need to keep this calm right here. And then if you get delayed, just like go have breakfast. Just go make it fun. Just go walk around. Play I Spy. Be a time warper. I hope that you did get some good tips out of that. I want to hear your tips below. Okay, thank you guys all for watching. If you like this video, please like it, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. And if you like mindset stuff, go check out that mindset guide. HeyShayla.com/shop. Okay, bye.